What's up, y'all? It's your girl Blessing, back at it again with another video. You already know how we get down, period. Don't play. If you are new, like I said, my name is Blessing. Go ahead and subscribe. You won't regret it. If you are returning, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for coming back. All right, y'all. So today, well, hold on. Let's wait a second. Let's take a minute to, subscribe to your girl. Let's take a minute to follow your girl on Instagram. I'll have my @ on the screen. I'll also have it linked down below. Also, like I said before, I'm about to start making TikToks. Maybe even after this video, since I'm cute, since I look cute, I'm gonna do some TikToks. So follow your girl on TikTok, because I'm definitely finna start posting on TikTok. Twitter, nobody really care about Twitter. So Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Follow your girl. Everything will be linked down below. And without further ado, let's just hop right into the video. Okay. So, y'all, in today's video, y'all, I'm finna be doing a story time of how I got played on / cheated on. Not me cheated. I don't cheat. But so yeah, I was thinking, like, I was just chilling in bed and it just came back to me like, your girl really got played and cheated on. And I'm like, this was years ago, y'all, and I just thought about it today. I'm like, this nigga really did me like that. Wow. You know how sometimes, you're just sitting or you're just not doing nothing and you just think about something, like something just pops into your head, or you just start thinking so many things. That's how I was earlier. And I'm like, you know what? Let me make a story time. Let me tell y'all. Let me give y'all the tea. 1 second. Let me go get some tea. Let's sip on some tea. All right. So this happened back in 2017. We're in 2021, just in case you don't know. So this was years ago, y'all. Years ago. This was when I first moved to Philadelphia. So, okay. Let's name this dude Simon. Okay, so we're gonna go with Simon. I don't know why Simon popped into my head, but we're gonna name him Simon. So, okay. So me and Simon, we met on this dating app called POF. Up to this day, y'all, I still use POF because, I don't know, your girl gets bored, and so I go on POF and just start talking to, just to kill time. I'm not doing nothing. I don't go nowhere. So it's like, let me have a few conversations. And it's just conversations, y'all. It's not like meeting up and going out and all of this stuff. No. It's just killing time when I'm bored at home or when I'm bored at work. And that's just that. Once I'm like, okay, I'm not bored anymore, I delete the app and I stop talking to those people. But so Simon and I met on POF. We talked for a minute on POF before I gave him my number. And then I gave him my number. And we talked even more, y'all. Honestly, we talked about 2 months before we actually met in person, which is a long time to not meet somebody. But I was just always scared. Like, I was scared to meet him. Like, I was just scared. It's a dating website. Well, I don't know if it's a dating website because a lot of people on there just want to hook up, but I think it's meant for dating. So we'll just say it's a dating website. It's like Tinder and whatever else there is. So him and I talked for a good 2 months. Me and Simon, we talked for a good 2 months. I was feeling him, he was feeling me. He was cute. He inboxed me, and at first I wasn't sure if I was gonna talk to him, because I don't know, there was just something that I wasn't, because when he inboxed me, I didn't text him until the next day, because I was debating, should I talk to him? I'm not, you know, I don't know. Anyways, so, you know, we just started talking. 2 months, never met each other. And then, you know, every time he would ask to meet, I would always come up with some excuse. I would say, oh, I'm busy, or I'm watching my son, or I'm not home, or oh, I have to go to school. Just a whole bunch of stuff, y'all. Like, I feel like at some point he was like getting tired a little bit, but I would tell him like, I'm not wasting your time, you know, I'm really busy. I don't want you to feel like I don't like your whatever. I would always, you know, make up an excuse, but I would always, you know, try to keep him around. So that went on for about 2 months. You know, we really got to know each other through text. And then eventually, you know, it was about time for us to meet. I couldn't come up with any more excuse. I'm like, okay, we also talked on the phone. I don't think we ever FaceTimed. We never FaceTimed, but we talked on the phone. And he had an iPhone, I had an iPhone. But we never FaceTimed, we just mainly talked on the phone. So, you know, it was that time for Simon and I to meet. I told him that we could meet at a Dunkin' Donuts that was close to my house. I didn't feel comfortable having him come to my house. You know, growing up in an African home, you can't even have boyfriends or hardly friends over anyways. So that was definitely, him coming to my house was definitely not going to work. But even, you know, us just chilling outside or whatever, I still didn't feel comfortable having him come to the house. So I told him we would meet at a Dunkin' Donuts that was close to my house. So I texted him the address for the Dunkin' Donuts, and he was like, do you want me to come pick you up? I'm like, no, I'll just walk there. So, you know, time came, that day came, you know, we're about to meet, and I walked my ass to the Dunkin' Donuts. Before he even got there, I was like, okay, I gotta be here at this time, because I don't want him to see me walking from this place and then try to figure out where I live. So I met him there way before it was time to meet. So he got to the Dunkin' Donuts, and y'all, mind you, I was nervous as heck, because I was just nervous. But I felt a little bit more safe because there was a whole lot of people in the Dunkin' Donuts. So I knew, like, he wouldn't be that stupid enough to try to, like, kidnap me or try to do anything with a whole bunch of people around. So, you know, he got there. I'm like, oh, shit, Simon's really cute. Like, he was popping. He was wearing some ripped jeans and, like, a little polo shirt. Oh, my God, y'all, that nigga was looking fly. Feel me? Like, I still remember to this day how he looked. Like, I still remember to this day how he looked. That was my first boyfriend that I dated in Philly. So, I remember, y'all. I definitely remember. So anyways, you know, we're talking, we're getting to know each other in a Dunkin' Donuts, and it's time for us to, you know, part ways, call it a night. So I'm like, okay, bye. And he's like, you want me to drop you off? I'm like, no, it's okay, I'm gonna just chill here and, you know, chill here for a little bit longer. And so he leaves. I made sure, y'all, he left before actually walking back home. I made sure he left. I saw him drive off, like, all the way down. I literally, like, I was so paranoid. I was so cautious, y'all. I literally watched the nigga drive all the way off before I started walking back. And mind y'all, I don't like walking. I'm not the walking type. I feel like people judge people who walk. I don't know. It's just weird. I hate walking by myself. I don't mind walking with somebody else. I don't really mind. But walking by myself, y'all, it's so embarrassing to me. I don't know why. It's weird. Like, there's nothing wrong with walking. There's nothing wrong with having to walk. There's nothing wrong with wanting to walk out in public. but for some odd reason, I just feel like people judge you if you're walking. I don't know. I don't do that, because if you walking, like, so what? But so me and Simon, we're like, we hit it off. We're talking, you know, we're getting to know each other. We're really vibing. We're really, you know, we're really building a connection. We're really building a relationship. And we started seeing each other more often now that I feel a little bit more safe. And like, we went out a lot of times. I went to his soccer games because he played soccer. So Simon, he's very mature. I think he was like 3 years older than me. So back then, how old was I? This was 2017. I want to say I was like 17, 18 back then. He was like, so he was probably like 20, 21. No, I want to say I was 18. Let's say I'm 18, because I don't want people, he was anyways. So I was 18, he was 21, whatever. So, but he was very mature. Like, he was really mature. He didn't really work. He didn't really have like a 9 to 5 kinda. But his family owns a lot of businesses, so he like manages those businesses and stuff. And so, like, that was his work. That's how he got paid. So he was like financially stable. So anyways, you know, I went to his soccer games. We went out to parties and stuff. His family owns like a nightclub, so we like went to the nightclub and everything, hung out, went out on dates, dinner and lunch, just a whole lot of stuff, y'all. He never came to my house ever. Like, he never came to my house. I never went to his house either. So a lot of the times we would be having car sex. Like, no lie, we would have car sex, or he would get a hotel. I just never felt comfortable going to his house, and I didn't feel comfortable him coming to the house, and I wasn't even allowed to have people at the house. And also, y'all, I'm the type, I don't like people meeting the person that I'm with until after a while. Then I'll introduce you to my family once I feel like, okay, you know, I feel like it's gonna last, or I feel it has potential, before I introduce you to family members. Cause I feel like once you introduce somebody to your family, like, that's gotta be the one. Like, you can't go out and have a boyfriend afterwards, or you have to wait a long time to introduce somebody else. So I was like, I just never really introduced anybody to my family besides my baby dad. So anyways, you know, we would always be having car sex, hotel sex, all of that. Just never went over to one another's house. But we actually did plan on me going to his house. Like, I actually drove to his house, but then I got scared. His house, y'all, was huge. Oh my gosh, y'all, his house was huge, and that's expected because his family owned businesses and shit. But for some reason, I wasn't expecting his house to be that big, like that. His house was that big. So I drove to his house, and I was like, you know what? Turns out my aunt can't watch my son anymore, so I have to go babysit. But maybe another time. Tell me, like, that's just so childish, y'all. I was just so childish back then. But okay, so anyway, so let's talk about how I got cheated. Okay, so, you know, couple months, so at this point, we've been together for at least 7 months now, y'all. Like, we was together for a year and 3 months. We was together a year and 3 months. So, okay, so this is, no. So this is maybe, okay, let's say a year. So him and I, we was together for a year. So maybe like 2 months before a year, I'm chilling with my cousin. Well, both of my cousins. Let's name them. One is Lisa, and then one is Kyle. So Lisa and Kyle are my two cousins that I'm hanging out with. we go over to one of their friends' house. I've never been to one of their friends' house. So we go over to their house, and we're all chilling, we're all talking, we're all vibing, we're all laughing and just having a good time. And my cousin friend, she says, so we get into the conversation about relationships. And so, you know, we're you know, talking about do's and don'ts and what we would put up with and what we wouldn't put up with. And so my cousin friend goes to say, she's been with her boyfriend for 2 years and he stays cheating on her. Like, he's always cheating on her, and she allows it because they've been together so long and she can't see herself without him, and she doesn't want to like put up with another guy's, you know, mess. So she'd rather just be with him and put up with the cheating and everything else from him. And I'm like, but that's not right. That's not okay. You shouldn't settle for that. Like, that's not acceptable. That's not okay. You shouldn't be allowing him to do those things to you. And then she goes to say, well, every guy cheats, so I'd rather put up with his cheating than to go put up with somebody else's cheating. I'm like, that's your opinion, but I don't feel that way. I don't think every guy cheats. I really don't. And I still stand on that. I really don't think every guy cheats. I feel like maybe when they were, you know, younger, maybe, yeah, you could say they did their player thing or whatever. But I really don't feel like every guy cheat. I just don't. Because I have aunts and uncles whose boyfriend husbands, they're loyal, like they don't cheat, and they've been together for years now. And I've heard other people being together for years now without cheating. So it's like, I just can't accept that every guy cheat. I don't believe that every guy cheat, and I just don't. So if you feel me on that, like if you agree that not every guy cheat, let me know down below, because I don't know. Like, of course we're females, we don't know how guys work, but we know some of their mess that they be doing. Like, we're smart at this point now to know when a nigga is up to something, but we don't know how they work because we're not a guy. But at the same time, I don't feel like every guy cheat. I honestly don't believe that they do. Like, that's just my opinion, and that's just how I feel, and I stand strongly on that. And I'm sure a lot of guys would agree with me that they all don't cheat at all, and that they've all never cheated before. Well, not all of them, but some of them never cheated in their life before. So anyways, so we're going back and forth. I'm like, no, I don't agree. My cousins, like, they're like, no, we don't really agree with that. But she's convinced that every nigga cheat. So anyways, I'm like, well, girl, you shouldn't be allowing him to do that, because that's not okay. That's not right. You're only wasting your own time. Like, you're really gonna put up with that though for years to come? Like, seriously, you's a good one. Like, I can't. No. Even when I suspect that you're texting somebody, like, I just can't, because texting is a part of cheating. Like, it's a part of cheating. And before I go further, I always had a feeling that this dude was cheating anyways, y'all. I always had a feeling like something was just telling me that something's not right. I knew something was up, but I didn't have the proof. He honestly never showed me that he was cheating. I never caught him texting anybody when we was together. He never really had his phone in his hand like that. He never really texted anybody. But still, there was something in me that was telling me something's not right. Something's not right. And I told him, I'm like, I feel like you're up to something. I feel like you're doing something, but I don't know what it is. And he's like, why do you feel like that? And I explained it to him. I'm like, I don't know why I feel like that. I don't have proof. I don't think you don't show me that you're doing that, but something in me is just telling me that something's not right. And he's like, no, everything's good. I would never do that to you. I would never hurt you. You're the only person that I'm seeing. And he goes to say, I bring you out all the time amongst my friends. I'm like, nigga, bye, bro. Niggas do that. They introduce you to their friends, then introduce this other female to their friend. And of course, their friend is gonna, like, you know, back them up. Like, they're not gonna write them out. But anyway, so back to, you know, chilling at my cousin's friend house. So, you know, we're still talking, and then we go into the dining room to eat. Her friend makes us something to eat. My cousin's friends make us something to eat. So we're all sitting at the table, and we're still talking about the situation. And she's like, oh, y'all want to see my boyfriend? And actually, the reason why she was at the house was because she came to see her boyfriend, and he didn't come pick her up. So she was there to see him. He was supposed to pick her up. They were supposed to be hanging out at his house or whatever, but he never showed up. So she just came to that girl house, which is her friend also. At least that's what she said. So, you know, she shows us a picture. At first, I wasn't like really into the conversation anymore. I was just like on my phone. And then I asked her later, like, oh, can I see your boyfriend? And so she shows me her boyfriend. Like, her boyfriend is her lock screen. She shows me the phone, y'all. When I tell y'all my heart dropped, y'all. My heart really just dropped. I'm like, my heart is like just beating, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what the actual heck? Her lock screen is the nigga that I'm messing with. And that same picture that she has of him is on his POF profile. Is one of his POF profile pictures. I'm like, oh my God. I was not going to say anything to her. I was not going to say anything. I felt so embarrassed. I felt so embarrassed. Like, after she showed me, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing to her. After her showing me, y'all, I just went quiet. And everybody noticed that I wasn't engaging anymore. And my cousin was like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a little tired and making up an excuse. As to why I wasn't talking. I'm like, I'm just a little tired. And so after she shows me, my phone's on. So after she shows me, I go and text this nigga like, so you got another girlfriend and y'all been together for 2 years and she's out here to see you and you didn't come to pick her up? Like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Each message that I'm sending to this dude, y'all, he leaves it on red. He has his red receipts on. He leaves my messages on red. Each message, it says red. Send another message, red. Send another message, says red. Y'all, this nigga left me on red, y'all. So I go on POF and I text him all the shit that I text him on his number on POF. And I even went and downloaded a text now app. And I message him on there as well, making sure that this nigga got all my messages, because you got me fucked up right now. Like, are you kidding me? Y'all, when I tell y'all this nigga left me on red for a long ass time, y'all, he left me on red. It did not say nothing. I never called him because, like, I'm not finna call you. Like, what? I never called him. But when I tell y'all I went in on this nigga, y'all, bro. So that's not even it. So it's like 10 o'clock p.m. at night. And, you know, she's asking for a ride. And at this time I'm driving. I drive. So she's asking for a ride. And my cousin, you know, is begging me to take her. So I'm like, okay, fine. Like, we'll just take you. So she came from Jersey. But she took the train. He was supposed to pick her up from the train station, but he didn't. So she asked if we could drop her, and I'd say, yes, sure, we'll drop you off. And she's trying to give us money for gas. I'm like, no, it's okay, it's fine. So I drop her off at the train station, and she's like, thank you, whatever, da da da. She's a cool girl. She's a really nice girl. Like, I wasn't even mad at her. Like, I wasn't mad at her. I was mad at him. Shit, I would never fight no female over no nigga, period. Like, I would never do that. Like, if my nigga is messaging you, what I look like coming at you, I'm gonna come at his ass. But if you messaging him and he's like not interacting, and he's not playing, like he's not going back and forth with you, but you the one like consistently texting his phone and he's told you to stop, then that's when I'm gonna approach you woman to woman. But I'm not finna approach no female when my nigga's the one that's interacting with her. Like, no, I'm not finna approach no female on no type of time. Like, if a nigga can put me in that position, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not dealing with that. So I was never mad at her, and I never said nothing to her. And back then I was really shy. I stayed to myself. I wasn't really the talkative type. So I was definitely not gonna say nothing to her, because I felt like that shit was finna like start something. It definitely was gonna start something. And I was like also embarrassed because we also met on a dating site. And I feel like everybody was gonna judge me, so that's why I just like kept it to myself. But y'all, when I tell y'all, this nigga never hit me back up after I sent those messages on all 3 of those apps and stuff. Like, really? But then what, 2-3 months down, he texted me on POF. And because I blocked him on everything, I just didn't block him on POF, but I blocked his ass on everything. So he messaged me on POF, and he sends this long ass text apologizing. He's like, oh, I'm sorry that I hurt you. You were good to me. I really liked you, and I shouldn't have did that. I'm not with her anymore. We broke up, and I want to see if you and I can get back together. Like, I'm truly sorry. This will never happen again. Can you give me another chance? Can you give me a chance to prove myself? Like, I'm truly sorry. And guess what I did, y'all? Left his ass on red. Like, you got me fucked up. Like, what? 2-3 months, you ain't never apologized? You ain't never even say nothing? I don't even care about him apologizing, but he didn't even say nothing back, y'all. That's just mad disrespectful. At least acknowledge what you did. But he ain't never say nothing. And I left his ass on red too, and I never talked to him ever again, y'all. But that man really played me. Like, 2 years you've been with somebody and you keep cheating? That's ridiculous, y'all. That's ridiculous. He probably still with her, and he probably still doing that cheating shit. Like, that's crazy. But that man really played me, y'all. He really played me, and I was hurt, y'all. I was really hurt because I really like this dude. But I can't say I wasn't expecting it, because I always knew that something wasn't right. I didn't know what it was, but I knew something wasn't right. So at least I have proof now. At least I, saw it with my 2 own eyes. I didn't just want to like stop talking to him. I didn't want to just like break up with him without any proof. So, but let's sip on some more tea, y'all, because we gotta swallow all of that down, because that was a lot. But that was it for this video, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this story time. If you want me to tell you guys more story times, let me know, because I have a whole lot of stories. Well, maybe not a whole lot, but I have a few story times, y'all. not just cheating, but some other story times too, y'all. So definitely, if you want me to do more story time, definitely let me know. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. Like, if you're watching my videos and you're not subscribed, like, what is you doing? Subscribe. I'm telling you, you're not gonna regret it. But also turn on your post notifications so you can be notified every time I upload. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Mwah.